Friends, how are you? Friends, I have to tell you something very interesting. you know, what happens? Do you think that, I always feel that we are talking vibrations. Maybe this matter, which appears to be like body, there are subtle vibrations which it catches, and those vibrations are manifested through talking. I feel it so. Because I hear many people talking about DNA and antenna, and that your DNA is the antenna between the universe and you. But then, how does DNA? What is the formation of DNA? Let's decode that. DNA to RNA, right? RNA to go to protein, right? Protein is there in the nucleus. Then there are genes, there are chromosomes, and then telomeres. And what are telomeres made up of? Particles. And those particles are there outside also. Those particles are there in us also. If you further break the particles, you will say that there are neutrons, there are protons, and then you'll say the minutest is photons. And when the two photons are separated and they are kept at different directions, I often hear people saying that how do two photons which are fabricated and which are kept at a different distance and in different directions, how is their behavior same? But I don't see much of a mystery in it, because in my mind that mystery is solved. Because you see, vibrations cannot be divided. Vibrations are vibrations, right? You can say you can divide the particles but not the vibrations, because vibrations are subtle. So if I can hear to the discussion and I can talk about that discussion, isn't it that I am taking that vibration into my mind and I am trying to talk about the same vibration which I had heard? I heard, I restored, I metabolized, I'm talking about that. So isn't it that vibration that cannot be seen? I just heard it. And where did the processing take place? Inside. Inside you can't see who's processing. So who's processing that information? And how do I arrive at that the particles outside are the particles inside only, and vibrations are vibrations, and vibrations can vibrate at the same frequency, right? You say millions of years, you say so much of distance, but vibrations can reach anywhere. Once here only, I went to the bookstore and there was a train going, and the train going and the book fell. And the girl came immediately to say, what happened? I said, nothing, the train went from here. He said, then I said that because of the vibration, the book has fallen down. So what's there, right? So you could not see the process, but the book is fallen down. Now the point is that, if you want to know who is I am is equal to that capacity which has given you the capacity to speak and talk, which is nothing but vibration, right? So you sort it out the way you sort it out, but I don't find it different, that the particles inside and outside are the same. And if your particles and your DNA has the same frequency at which the other particles were vibrating, you will have the same kind of, your antenna is going to catch it. So this is what it is, I wanted to say. And then yesterday I went for a movie, which is one battle after another, and what did I decipher out of it is that transformation from the person who's struggling, and then he gets into bad habits. But once that thing which was in his possession and which was so very dear to him is lost, his daughter, then the transformation takes place and the person starts striving with maximum of his capacity to get back what was lost, and in the process all bad habits are gone, right? Because now you don't have the time. So when people are into bad habits, it seems that they have enough of the time to nurture those habits. But once you know that something very important is there for me to do, you automatically you leave everything else, you get into that, and that is how the father is transformed. And I would say that nothing can be, life is nothing but holding and releasing, holding and release. And even if you feel that something which belongs to you is held back into the other country, it is going to be released for you. It's just a matter of time. you need not worry so much about it, because nothing can be held forever, because it is just a process and nobody is holding it consciously also. It is just a process which takes place, right? It is like the process of transformation only. And have you ever wondered how are we are the species which not only feed ourselves but we feed other species also. We feed the birds, we feed the dogs, we feed the kids at home, and we feed ourselves also. No other species in the world is feeding the other species and helping the other species, or in the environment. We are the one who think of how the soil can be better, right? So there are many things. If you just look into the detail, I was looking into the detail of it right from the beginning, not that can deliberately, but it was happening. Like once in our garden, when my father pulled out a radish out of it, I asked him that, have you pulled out the tree? Because I can see that, you do it like this, the whole thing comes out. So I was just wondering, we can't pull out trees, but here, the whole thing has come out with the root and with the tree, right? So you look at the process consciously and you'll get to know that mysteries are getting solved right in front of you, right? So, whatever we are talking today, by the grace of God, it is only because of that I am, which has given us the capacity, which gave us the breath in the nostrils to first. Don't you feel that you are inhaling that primordial energy, right? And when was it fed into the nostrils of the person? How many more years and decades and centuries ago, but it's still continuing. So it's the same particle which is moving, it's the same vibration which is moving. It depends, at which frequency you vibrate. Okay? Thank you so much. God bless you. Stay tuned, happy, healthy. और ये movie देखते हुए one battle after another, the song that came to my mind was that अंधेरे में जो बैठे हैं ज़रा उन पे नज़र डालो, अरे ए रोशनी वालों. रोशनी ऐसे नहीं आती, रोशनी आएगी जब अंधेरा खत्म हो जाएगा. बट हु नोज अबाउट द रोशनी एंड अबाउट द अंधेरा? यू आर देयर, राइट? You as a knowing potential, as a talking vibration, is looking at the whole scenario, and that is why you remain happy, healthy and vibrant. You're all happy, healthy and vibrant because you all know to which DNA you belong, and if that DNA is not awakened in you, you better try and do it. And I'll keep reminding you every day that I am DNA is there in everyone, right? Because we all come from the 5 elements. Thank you. God bless you. Stay tuned, happy, healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.